Hi guys, it's Karen the Motivator, a woman of a certain age, here to motivate women of all ages. If for any of you who it's the first time you're watching my channel, I'm 52 years old, and today my video is about brunch. So today I've cooked an egg frittata, and this frittata, as you all probably have seen or you're seeing as I go through it, I prepared a vegetable and also a breakfast sausage frittata. It includes sweet potatoes. In this frittata I use 6 eggs. In the video I cracked 4 of them, but after I chopped up my veggies, I said no, I think I'm gonna need 4 because also I'm gonna give some of these frittatas away. I have, I think, 16 pie shells that I'm putting this for breakfast frittata in. The ingredients are, I have red onions, I have red pepper, I have green onions, I have sweet potatoes, and I also have a breakfast sausage. And this is actually an Italian sausage. You don't have to put sausage in it if you don't like. And also I have goat cheese. So this process, first I roasted the sweet potato. You all saw that I used a peeler to peel the sweet potato. That was the first thing that I did, and I preheated my oven to 350, and that was 1 sweet potato or yam, whatever you call it. I usually put mine in for 20 minutes or so, sometimes longer. My determining factor is when I usually would get one of the potatoes out and squeeze it, because a lot of times when I roast my potatoes, I'm using it, I'm just roasting it to get the sweetness out of it. I usually just don't eat it after it's roasted. I will put it in a meal. If you saw my previous cooking video, I used a sweet potato in a lentil stew. So I'm doing the same thing with this egg frittata. I'm gonna put the sweet potato inside the eggs mixture. So I do want it to be well, more than semi-cooked, because once it's getting to the frittata, it won't take it that long to cook. Also, I have asparagus in this frittata as well. And asparagus, I'm putting it in the oven also, but I'll only put that in for about 10 minutes. I just want the asparagus to be al dente. I don't want to just throw the asparagus in the eggs mixture without having it heated through or cooked through just a little bit, so it can get a little, it have a little tenderness to it. I don't like my asparagus to be hard, so I just want to ensure that it's cooked, but I do like it to have a crispy bite to it. So the asparagus will be in about 10 minutes. With the sweet potatoes and the asparagus, I do put olive oil on both. I put a little bit of salt on each of them so they all can develop its own flavor. And once the sweet potatoes and asparagus are done, I put them out and let them cool on the stove, because you really don't want to put a hot food item in your egg, because it'll have the egg mixture to begin to cook, and I don't want that. So in the video you all see that I add all of the veggies that I cut up, which I mentioned earlier: the red onions, the red bell peppers, also green onions, and I cut up the asparagus as well, but I did put those in the oven before the actual process began. I cracked 4 eggs, although I used 6. You'll see 4 in the video, but I used 6 eggs because once I cracked the 4 eggs, I estimated it would not be enough for the pie shells that I brought. And those pie shells, as I said, is 16, but I was going to only cook 8. But I thought about that I was going to give some of them away, and also I want to have some of the pie shells so that I can take to work for breakfast. Also, I have goat cheese in this frittata. You can choose any cheese that you like. I like goat cheese because it's flavored very nicely. You don't need to put a lot of salt in this frittata, if any at all, because the goat cheese is very flavorful, and I like the saltiness that's already in the goat cheese. Although I do add a little salt to the egg, I just feel like if I don't want to depend on the cheese to get around all of the eggs, so that's one of the reasons why I add a little salt, and I always add pepper to my eggs. So this frittata, it does have pepper in it. Once I have cut up all of my veggies, you'll see that I put each of the vegetables in the cold vegetables that were room temperature vegetables that didn't require cooking. I put those in and just mix those up. And after the veggies, that the sweet potato and asparagus cooled off, as well as the breakfast sausage, I added those into the egg mixture and then stir everything up so everything could get incorporated. And then I add my cheese last because I just don't want the cheese to get lost within the other thing. And also just to give myself a feel of how much cheese I possibly would need. In this one, I think I could have added more cheese, but there's so many ingredients in this egg frittata that I don't think that the cheese will get lost. And I don't like adding cheese to dishes too much because I don't want the cheese to be the star. I think cheese is there to give you like a little burst of flavor, but the more and more I cook, the less and less I reduce the amount of cheese that I will put in any recipe that I make. So let me show you how the frittata came out. Also, I'm going to show you my plate because I am about to eat this frittata. I pulled 2 of them off my dish that was cooked. So here's the frittata. Also, let me just point out that I do have, this is sauerkraut and kimchi paste. I try to eat sauerkraut on as many, add it to any type of dish that I'm eating, if it's something that will go with the dish, because I like sauerkraut. It's a probiotic, so it's good for your belly and your digestion. And here is an avocado, so that's my brunch meal. And also I have my cucumber water. It's cucumber and mint. So guys, I hope you all will try this meal. It's very easy, it's very quick, and I just wanted to bring you all something that's more of a spring feel now that we're getting into the spring season. And also, if you want, you can have your little Bellini with this, or any type of breakfast brunch drink that if you want to add it with this. So have a great rest of the day and try this meal, and drop it in the comments and let me know if you try it. Also, make sure you subscribe. Also, like my channels. I drop videos every Tuesday. It's not always cooking channels. You all know that I'm on a skin journey, so I'll do skin, I do style. I live in New Orleans, so I also this is my life on a bicycle in New Orleans. So yeah guys, that is the frittata. I think I cooked it between 20 and 25 minutes. I'm almost thinking 25 minutes. I didn't time it specifically. So also it's best that you time it based on how your oven cooked. So guys, that's my breakfast brunch segment, and I'll be posting this sometime soon. So have a good day.